One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Wildcats ready to get this thing started and open the season. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Alabama's offense will have the football first. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Makes it past the marker. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ramirez. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Wildcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
And that's an Arizona.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. He'll pull it on the read. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. They had some players jump into the transfer portal, but they were able to hang on to some of their key pieces. Do you think really that's more the culture coming through or promises from the staff?
I think that's exactly how I would do it, because I can fill some of my holes and my gaps, especially for spring ball and for all those other steps to build depth, while I develop some of the younger guys, so you just kind of take a medium range of portal guys, Jesse.
Yeah, and David, I think the coaching staff knew they were going to lose some guys. Some guys didn't play enough last year, and they expected them to bounce, but they were able to hold on to some key people that a lot of other programs wanted. So give this coaching staff credit, re-recruiting their own guys. Let's see if that pays dividends today.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Wilcox. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Arizona runs out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's stumped. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on the offense?
Puts him in the spin cycle. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback on the keeper. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had 1 game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan State dominated almost from wire to wire, and a game like this makes you harken back to those Connor Cook-led Sparty teams that won Big Ten titles in 2013 and 2015. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Tompkins. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Caught behind the line. It's Clemens. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Wildcats are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Caught in the backfield. It's Clemens. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Punts it out of the air. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Right down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Going to the ground. Fights off a defender. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Here comes the heat. On target. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Grab near the marker, Mitch Ramirez. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Scanning the field, it's Wilcox. Finds his man, it's Clemens. Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
To the air on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Working that left side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arizona 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David. Only able to... Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wilcox. Got his man on the right.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the returner will be knocked down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Catch in the middle, it's stumped.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the 2nd half. Alabama will kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's stumped. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to throw, it's Wilcox. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. And his receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. On target to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Ramirez. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. They're trailing by just 2 to Georgia. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Wilcox. Flips it out in the flat. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Wants to bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll give it to him again. It's a fumble on the play. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Makes the grab down the middle. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. On the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's stumped. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And they're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tide!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Spears. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go to the ground. Spins away from the defender. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Wilcox. Gets it to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Well, it's a nice grab, but he would have been much better off just to let that thing go out of bounds. Arizona runs out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. Turning it on. Lowers those pads. The 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll do it himself. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
And that's in Arizona.
Quarterback on the keeper. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field.
And that's in Arizona.
To the air. It's Wilcox. Unloads it left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Inside the 25.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Quarterback keeper. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So now on comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Trying to move the sticks on third down. He'll keep it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. At midfield, he's got room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Using his feet.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.